What's up everyone? Today we will be talking about systems of linear equations in three variables. Now, what are these linear equations in three variables? They are essentially equations where you have three unknowns. Now, have you ever received one of these Brainteasers in your family group WhatsApp chats? These are essentially linear equations in three variables. It concerns equations where you have three unknowns. And in this case, the three unknowns are the apple, the banana, and the coconut. And you essentially just have to use the equations they give you in order to find out the value of each of these unknowns. So today I'm going to teach you the simple method to solving such equations. You can then be the first one in your family to answer these questions and look smart in front of all of them. Now, I am going to show you guys how to use the substitution method in order to solve these equations. Note, there is another method to solving the equation. However, I think knowing this one method is enough. You don't need to know every single method. You just have to know one method and get good at using that method to be able to reach the answers that you want. Now, so the way to solve this is to use these three steps. First of all, I think it is wise to just label the equations first. So this is equation 1, equation 2, and equation 3. Now step 1 is to choose one equation, take that equation, and make one variable the subject. Now, you want to choose an equation where one of the unknowns has a coefficient of 1. So in this example, I am going to use equation 3. This is because x has a coefficient of 1. Now you might say that, oh, equation 1 also has y with a coefficient of 1. Now it is better if the coefficient is positive 1 and not negative 1. However, note that whichever it is, you can still perform this step. I just think it's a lot easier where you have a variable with a coefficient of 1, and you will see why. Because what we have to do is we have to take the equation and we have to make one variable the subject, i.e. we have to push everything else to the other side. So, taking equation 3, I'm going to bring everything else to the other side, leaving 2 minus 3z plus 5y. And this would be our fourth equation. So that is step 1 done. Step 2 is then to take this new equation that we have and sub it into our other two equations. So from equation 1, I am going to take 2x, and instead of x, I'm going to put this value in. And that will be, copy the rest of the equation out. And now you're going to open all the brackets. Simplify it down, and you'll get something like you can divide everything by 3. And this will be your fifth equation. Now you're going to do the same thing, but for equation 2. So subbing x inside, I will get copy the rest of the equation out, open the brackets, simplifying it down, you'll get something like and this will be our sixth equation. Now you'll see that that is step 2 done. All we have to do now is repeat step 1 with these two new equations. Now you'll notice that this is actually just a simultaneous equation where you have only two unknowns, i.e. y and z. We have completely taken x out of these two equations, and now all we have to do is solve for y and z first and circle back to find x later. So all we have to do is choose one of these two and make one variable the subject. So I'm going to choose number 5 because there's a z here that we can easily use. So I'm going to take z and I'm going to let that be equal to 3y plus 3. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to sub it in here. And there you have it, y equals to negative 3. Sub y equals negative 3 back into z here, and you get negative 6. Sub negative 6 back into x, and you get something like x equals 2 minus 3, z is negative 6, plus 5y, y is negative 3, you get 5. So there you have it, guys. That's how you solve linear equations in 3 variables. Just follow these 3 simple steps and you have no problem in SPM.